ಹಿಡಿದ ಹೊಲದಳು ಹಾಡುತ್ತ ಉಳುವ ಯೋಗಿಯ ನೋಡಲ್ಲಿ.
I'm Tilly from Scotland. I'm based in Scotland. I'm here in Karnataka right now in South India. I'm from a creepy, weird colonial family in South India, so I came quite young. So that was my introduction to India, but then I became politicized in my early 20s and I was reading about a social movement called KRRS, which is the farmers movement from Karnataka Rajya Raitha Sangha. And I was reading about them, I'm like, wow, who are these people? Like, their perspective is amazing, their humor in which they approach like issues is incredible, their creativity is amazing. It's a mass movement of like peasant farmers in South India, but operating on a global scale. Like, they're targeting WTO and raising issues in a really meaningful, creative, powerful way. Also internationally, like they were attending like the WTO protests in Germany, and very audacious and amazing in how they were operating.
So in the 1990s, the whole era of globalization started. Indian economy got open to the whole neoliberal paradigm of development, and it was in fact KRRS was the first movement to raise its voice against the corporate control over the seeds. It was our responsibility to raise awareness about the whole corporate control over the whole food system. It was at that time the farmers of Karnataka took direct actions against all the symbols of globalization. The first direct action was on Cargill. The next direct action was against the Kentucky Fried Chicken. We were not just a farmers' movement, but since we constitute 75% of the population, we were more than a social movement, more than a farmers' movement. We were a social movement. So it was KRRS which started wearing green shawl, which is the symbol of farming, which is the symbol of farmers, and started teaching the farmers that we are the owners of this country and we are not the slaves of this country, because we are the workers of this country and we produce food. So as food producers, we create wealth and we are taking care of the food security of the whole country.
ಜನಗಳನ್ನ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ಲಿ. ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರೋ,
We farmers from India is at the receiving end of the disastrous policies of WTO. More than 300,000 farmers have committed suicide due to the WTO policies. This is the case all over the world. Small and marginal farmers are not able to make their living out of their own farming. Cheaper imports from the industrialized, heavily subsidized imports are destroying the local market, destroying the local production. Small and marginal farmers are quitting agriculture day by day.
Social movements are directly connected with the reality, connected, directly with the grassroots experience. So when the social movements speak, they are not just speaking empty words, but the farmers are, showing that it's possible to do farming with very less resources. It's possible to do grow food, abundant food with very less resources, challenging the climate crisis. The only solution, what we believe, is by practicing agroecology based on social justice.
ಸಂಪಿಗೆ ಸಾಮಂತಿಗೆ ಮೊಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡು ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರುವಾಗ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲಗ ಮಂದು ಮಾಡಾದಗರು ಕೈ
Amrita Bhumi International Center for Sustainable Development, that is how it was called in the 1990s, when we were challenging the whole paradigm of the neoliberal model of development. Based on this principle, Amrita Bhumi conducts workshops and training programs for between farmer to farmer. It's something that we learned from our Cuban comrades. It's a farmer to farmer horizontal learning, and we totally agree with that, because the whole idea of vertical learning and controlling the knowledge is directly linked with the caste system in India, where the Brahmins controlled the whole knowledge system in India. When it comes to health, when it comes to many other things, the knowledge has not gone into all sections of the society. So knowledge is not the property, it's not a property of anybody.
This is Amrita Bhumi Seed Bank. Here I am working indigenous seed conservation. We have more than 25 types of vegetable diversity, and also 30 plus paddy diversity, and millets, and cereals, and flowers, etc. So here we are maintaining only our indigenous seeds. Last year we conserved about 30 plus varieties of paddy. One of the we just sown only 20 to 50 grams of seeds in our main plot. In that, this is called, variety name is called Mallikuruva paddy. We took only 50 grams of seeds. In that we achieve 3.5 kg from little area. It's maybe 100 square meter.
The very concept of this horticulture plot is around in the season of rainy season, they'll have plenty. These trees will have plenty of water to grow. But in the off season, like when it's summer, really hot and no availability of water, they have the capacity or adaptability to survive in that kind of climate. Yeah, such variety of tree crops have been chosen.
ಸೊ ಹುಳಗಿಳ ಬಂದು ಮುಖದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ರು ಬಡಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಅದು ಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಾಗ ಈ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಪಾಕ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಂದರೆ
18 ms double color okra. It's turn its color by receiving sunlight. This is good for drought tolerant. It's very good drought tolerant variety.
Do not disturb.
Medicinal plant is there. Variety medicinal plant. Diseases. Variety diseases came and people. So local medicinal plant is there now. Yeah.
These products are from made from Amrita Bhumi produces only. So what we grow here, we made value added and sell directly.
Example, this is turmeric.
And in 1980s, he had thought of coming out of his own brand, a farmer's brand called Namdu. Namdu means it's ours. He had given that name, where farmers will produce, we will do the value additions, and we'll straight away go to the people and we'll give it to them. And whatever the profit comes will be given back to the farmer.
And we have to create new systems, and because our systems are failing us, and we can really listen and learn from the global south about how to do that, with the unit being a small scale farm and the scale of it being huge. in geography and in terms of numbers of people involved.
So this has become a big movement now. In rural places, all the entire women community, today they make a livelihood by having 2 or 3 cows in the home. How the society works is, in every gram panchayat, they have a pickup location. There they collect all the villagers, come, they give the milk there, they do the quality checking and they fix the price for it. Every 15 days once they get the money from the cooperative society. From there they bring the milk, do the processing. Thereafter it also gets into the value addition. I can just show you some of the value addition, please come. So you can see ghee, butter, sweets, everything made of Nandini. And all this milk is procured by the local farmers. What we can say is this is a support system. This is a financial system of a rural village, rural women, basically.
Our milk production is a backyard milk production. We have few cows, few buffaloes at our backyards. 150 million families are involved in milk production. That has made India world's largest milk producer, self-sufficient milk production. European Union, United States, New Zealand, Australia want to open Indian dairy market for their produce to find a way to Indian market.
Yeah, hi, I'm Kamlesh. So I came back to village in 2018, having been spent a decade-long life in cities like Bangalore, Delhi. The purpose behind coming back to village is to do something back in my village where I have brought up, and to generate some livelihood opportunities here for the people who stay in villages. And we started understanding that there is a lot of need for jobs in the villages, and a lot of women started approaching us in search of job, and that is when the idea of this grassroots evolved.
From the beginning, we have been saying that agriculture should be kept out of WTO. Edible oil, there are so many different varieties of edible oil disappeared from the cultivation, and the cost of cultivation is on the increase, and we are importing cheaper palm oil from Indonesia.
We traveled across South Indian states to understand how the oil have been produced traditionally, and what's the different methods of oil production available now, and also what's the major difference in the quality of the oil with a different mode of production. We are working with more than 24 farmers in and around villages who keep, basically small dairy farmers who keep 2, 3, 4 or 5 cows as their livelihood means, and we are working with them. We take the fresh milk from them and we bottle it and send it raw and processed milk directly to consumers in the cities in Mysore, and also we translate that milk into products like cheese, paneer, set curd, ghee.
Indian milk sector should be protected. Indian agriculture, the agriculture of the world should be protected, regulated. The market should not be allowed to decide everything. The governments should not lose their ability to regulate their own trade, their own market, their own people's life. If the governments are losing their sovereignty in free trade agreements, that is a disaster to the humanity.
I think a really important way we can provide solidarity is by being really listening, so we can actually be in conversation and dialogue. And when there's an important issue that people are struggling with here, to echo their demands. And also the same issues will be applicable in the UK. The issues are the same, like capitalism, the agrarian crisis, relationship to land. patriarchy. Like the issues are the same. So if we can actually properly listen to like the social movements and what their demands are, and support that and replicate the same, or like echo the same demands in the UK in protest, that's very powerful. People often feel very alone with their struggles in their place, and I think internationalism is a very, very important thing to give each other hope and give each other like energy and also practical resources. That last bit is wonky. We can cut it, right? Yeah, cut the monkey.